Hello. I decided it's been way too long since I've done a universal card pull for you all. And what that means, the way that I intend when I'm doing this, is that whenever you come upon this reading, whatever question is in your mind, this will have a message and have some benefit and some help for you. Because really, there is no time and space, and when you find it is when you're meant to. So, what I'm going to do today is I've been shuffling already, but I'm going to shuffle and with the idea of two questions in mind. The first one will be around relationships. So if you have a question or a concern, interest around relationship, you can form that in your mind now as you're watching me shuffle. And as the cards and the energies seem to know, somehow whatever's in your mind as you're asking the question, if it's appropriate for you, it may kind of ring a bell, make sense, and be helpful, even though you're asking that in the future from me drawing these cards. I feel it's coming into the cards, coming into the answer, and I'm just letting that happen as I shuffle. So I'm going to do 3 cards, and sometimes I might pull more if I feel like I need more clarity. So the first card is about what is leading you to ask the question. Okay, so I have here the 4 of Pentacles. And the way I read these cards is not necessarily in any particular traditional way. So if you're thinking, oh, that means such and such in the book, it may or may not match what you've read someplace in a book. But in your relationship, you may be feeling stuck. You may be feeling or asking the question like, is this going anywhere? Maybe it's stagnated. You're not sure if you want it to go forward or you're hoping it goes forward, and you're feeling stuck right now. The next card is either some guidance about what can you do about that or what to expect right now in the current moment. So I'm going to be more specific. Before I pull it, I'm going to be more specific to ask for guidance as what is in your best interest to consider to do about this stuck feeling. Okay, I love this card. It's the Magician. The Magician card. When I read this, it tells me a couple things. So as a guidance card, it tells me that you can take the appropriate actions, that you need to, say, get in touch with all the powers you have, that you're not a victim of this being stuck. You don't have to be the victim. You can take action. You can make things happen. You can learn more and then use those tools toward the goal that you want. That you basically, I like to see this as a card of power. I feel like a magician, has all the power. You can make whatever you truly want to happen. Now, in the more guiding way, I will say what you're desiring may not always be what you think, where you think it's going to come from. So when you are desiring something, desire the feeling, the what it is you would feel like when you got what you want, not necessarily where it's coming from. It's the feeling, not the particular thing. So, there's that thing about be careful what you wish for. So be careful what you wish for. But if you want to get unstuck, use your power to lead yourself in the direction of achieving the outcome, not necessarily the how, but going forward to achieving the state that you desire to be in that relationship or in any relationship. Okay. And so this is the future. What can you expect to happen? Okay. Because this is a universal reading, if I was sitting here with a particular person, I would have more understanding. This is a new beginning card. This is a new start. This is, a new path. A lot of times I like to look at the images and say, well, what does this, bring to me? It's like you're going to be offered something fresh. Now, I don't know if that means that this particular relationship is going to have a fresh start, or that you're going to take control of circumstances and get yourself a fresh start that's in a more positive direction and unstuck. So these are good cards, though. So I'm reading that maybe you've been feeling stuck in a relationship. Your action is to take control, not necessarily over the other person, but over yourself. And when you do that, you're going to have a nice, fresh start. So good cards. And have faith. Have faith, trust yourself, trust your gut, and do what you know needs to happen to move forward. So I'm just putting these cards back in. Now, the second question that you can form in your mind for those of you who are watching is about work. So as I shuffle, just asking yourself about your career, your work, what you want to know, right? Whatever your question is. And again, I'll draw 3 cards. The first one will be why you're asking the question, what's behind it, what's been going on. Second one is the advised action to take to go in the direction you desire. And the third is the likely outcome if you follow that path. So let me get these a little more mixed up here. Although I always put the cards back in completely different places. They should not show up after each other. But I think it feels cooked. I think they're done. All right, so our first card is why? What's behind the question? Oh, okay. So the star is about long term, looking toward a long-term future. You're probably asking, like, what's the best path forward? Or is this the direction I want to go? Is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Or what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Right? You're thinking long term. You're considering maybe changing jobs, making a move, something significant in your career that would be a major investment, not just like, oh, maybe I'll like this, maybe I won't. You're really thinking about the seriousness of your future work and career path. Best direction, best thing to focus on or do in this point toward that long-term goal. Take action. Wow. It's you can even see the imagery on this. It's almost like a just do it. Just do it. Just however, we have the swords here. That's also about swift thoughts. It might be about really thinking things through, but don't muddle. Don't just go, oh, I got to think about it. This is an action card. It's a mind card. It's about energy. It's almost, if you could picture the wind. Move forward. Move forward. You're ready to move forward. And maybe you already know what that is. You're ready to move forward. Okay, and the likely outcome, if you go ahead and do this. Oh, here he is again, the Magician. So that's saying to me that when you take that action, you will be self-empowered. You will find yourself in a position to create the outcome that you want. So taking the action puts you in the position to use the tools, to take control, and to pretty much take power over your career, your future. But not doing if you don't do anything, it's not going to happen, right? So I'm seeing that there's a long-term goal, take action, move forward, and that will bring this self-mastery. that will bring the tools, the people, what's interesting about this magician card, you notice, okay, the tarot has these different symbols. It's the swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. And in the magician card, he has all of those. He's got the wand in his hand, he's got the cup, he has the sword, and he's got a pentacle there on the table. So he has all the tools. And the idea is you've got all the tools. This will put you in the position to have all the tools to move forward in the desired outcome and achieve what you want. Okay. Anyway, I hope that was something useful for you, that you enjoyed these cards. Whenever you come upon this reading, I hope that you enjoyed it. So thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. I'll try to do this more often. I have fun doing it. So, all right, go stop. Bye.